Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Utah Hockey Broadcast Channel. This is Patrick McGann alongside my partner, Ellis Beacom. We're getting ready here for puck drop in Salt Lake City between Utah and Iowa State. Iowa State, an independent Utah WCHL team, so they're through with all their WCHL conference games. The last homestand of the season, Ellis, should be a good couple of games here.
Yeah, we're set up for a good one here. Both these teams coming in 3-3 in their last 6 matches, and haven't played in over a week. And looking to get some fireworks together here for Greek night. It's already packed in, set to be a great atmosphere for some Friday night hockey.
Absolutely, yes. And Iowa State coming in ranked 23, and Utah, their highest ever ranking in the ACHA M1 level. They're up to 12, and which is interesting. Last weekend they lost 2 to Oklahoma, but they beat Central Oklahoma in overtime, which is a tie in terms of the ranking. So a tie and 2 losses to Oklahoma, a tie to Central Oklahoma and 2 losses to Oklahoma actually brought them up 2 spots from last week. So goes to show you how strong the conference is.
And so, the competition that they're playing.
Absolutely.
Iron sharpens iron.
That's absolutely right. As Utah gets ready for their final home game, this place is loud. We've got a fresh sheet of ice. The puck is dropped, and we're underway from 4,500 feet in Salt Lake City as that puck is dumped in. And there'll be Sunigal immediately on the puck there for the Utes. Passes it down to Schwab. Sunigal comes in to help out, sends it to the point. Music wrists one, and it's blocked. And it's taken the other way by the Cyclones as they skate it into the zone. Kovrik skates it in. And it's taken away by Utah. That's Dix hitting the stick of Sunigal. And that won't go for icing. It's waved off. Sunigal beats it. And now it'll be the Cyclones with the puck on their own end. That was the defender sending it over to the opposite side. Kovrik dumps it in, and Iowa State will get their first change of the contest. Jackson taped to Larilla. Larilla makes a move. He's still skating it in. Fires a shot, and a good save by the goaltender, Harrison Moen, the starter tonight for the Cyclones. Cyclones, a traditionally skilled hockey team out there in Ames. They're typically in the top 25 in the ACHA M1 level. They're an independent, though, as you mentioned, so this is just a friendly matchup between these two teams. Obviously, the games do count towards the rankings, but not towards a conference trophy of any sort. Michael Erdis will skate that puck down for the Utes, gives it to Larilla, who sends a nice backhand pass to Jackson. Jackson to Slater. Landon Kuzik skates it in, tries to fire a shot. It's deflected by Schultz from Iowa State. There's Pearson for the Cyclones. Utah wins that scrum. It's Slater peeling back at the point. It's kept in, sends it towards the net, and that will be blown offside. Oh, that was close.
Late offsides call. And if Utah wants to stay competitive and get out to a hot start like they have of late, avoid becoming the comeback kids like they have, they're going to try and punch them in the mouth as early as they can here, get on the board with a quick wrister.
That's right, yeah. Utah playing in behind in a lot of their games, and they've pulled off some incredible comebacks in a lot of those games, but obviously it's a lot easier to play when you're never behind in the first place and play in front, but they've had a great season so far, and that 12th ranking does show. I mean, technically in the WCHL standings, they're in 4th place, but they're the 3rd highest ranked team in the ACHA M1 ranking. So
it's a testament to the competition that they go up against each and every week.
That's right. I mean,
to the trials and tribulations of a season, it's hard having guys tag in and tag out with injuries all year long, and they've been nothing but enduring.
There's a turnover in front, and a shot comes from the stick of Schwartz, and it's just wide. But yeah, it's been a great season for this team. They've done exactly what they needed to do. I mean, for the most part, they've split on the road and swept at home. At least the record kind of indicates that. But you're playing in the toughest conference in the ACHA.
Nothing is handed to you. Everything's got to be earned.
Every night, that's right. As now it's music. The Let's Go Utah chants raining in from the student section. We got a great turnout tonight. As Ellis mentioned, Greek night. First of its kind in, I believe, quite a long time, since at least I've been working with the team, and it's good to hear this place nice and loud.
It's nice to see the students repping the skating U pride.
That's right. Off the face-off, it'll be the Cyclones controlling, that one being Nelson. trying to get it out. It's taken away. Here's Gebhardt. Backhands a shot. It's deflected. Specifically by Millens. Utah still controls. It's Gebhardt. Music a one-timer and a good save by Moen.
It's opportunities like that are going to get him on the board.
Yeah, nice job by Utah to find the open one-timer there, and it's a good save by Moen. Now it'll be the Cyclones once again. They dump it in. Greilich with the puck. Leaves it there for his captain, Dylan Dix. He's pressured immediately by Nelson. And now the Hawkeyes will take it in the other way. Good defense there from Schwab to break that play up. There's a play at the goal line. It's deflected out by Cole Music. And now the puck trickles to the opposite side. Nelson. Now his teammate Eaton picks that up, and then it's taken away by the Utes. Schwab with some speed will skate it in with some space. Trying to dance through two defenders, but he is double teamed there. Kraft fires the wrister, and it's just high. Jackson stick handles. Leaves it for Sunnigal. There's a point shot, and it's just wide. Kraft can't quite keep that into the line, so Utah will have to regroup. That's Krabash there for Iowa State, passing it across the zone, and then they dump it in. And the whistle will blow. Puck goes out of play.
And we're just under a tick, just a tick under a quarter of the way through this period. And I think both teams so far showing the game plan on display with gleaming lights, trying to pass it around the horn for Utah and looking to get up in that crease for Iowa State. Nothing going yet, but game plans are evident.
Yeah, I mean, both teams still trying to feel each other out, get a judgment for how each team plays the game. There's a shot. What a save by Moen. He scores! Michael Ernest for the Utes gets the Utes on the board. 1-0. Great job by Utah to crash the net and never give up on the play. They just kept shoving that puck on net against Moen, the goaltender for the Cyclones, and Ernest is able to cash in and give the Utes a 1-0 lead.
And it's textbook positioning from Ernest there, just waiting right out in front of the net for the rebound. Got exactly what he was looking for. Puck trickled out right in front of that crease, and he just put it back.
And Ernest, he very much so one of the more skilled players on this team, and he shows it right there.
He's no stranger to goal scoring, let's put it like that.
That's right. And there's a scrum on the near side corner as Utah gets the home crowd into it early. It's Iowa State skating that out. It's punched in by their captain, Everett Bestland. Now it'll be Michael the other way. He's skating it in, drops it off to Langenbarger. He shoots. Oh, what a save by Moen, and Utah laying it on now. And it'll be light stick handling. Now it's Michael Noonan.
Nice pass to the point.
That's a good shot there from Bisson, and it's eventually played out. Whistle blows. There is a roughing penalty against Iowa State. This one going against number 15, Jacob Schultz.
First penalty of the game is a 2-minute minor. And Utah with a great opportunity to try and double down on that 1-0 lead.
Slater will take this draw for the Utes against Eaton. Off the tie-up, Eaton got a piece of it. Ernest does a good job coming in to help out. Pass the point, just trickles out. Larilla will chase it down. Larilla skates it in. Larilla peels back. Sends it to the opposite side. Orlando Kusic will chase it down. Millens was on his back there, and then he brings down Orlando Kusic, and it'll be a 5-on-3 for Utah. Millens will go to the box for a trip. Ernest skates with it. Greilich to the box, and Utah will just opt to let Iowa State touched that up to get that 5-on-3 as soon as possible. And going to the box, as we said, James Millens, 2 minutes for a trip. And wow, what a great chance for Utah to get up back on the board again. I mean, 5-on-3 for the next 1 minute and 25 seconds.
Ring them up, ring them up. That's a lot of time to make something happen. They've already got one across. They've had good pressure all period.
That's right.
5-on-3 is only going to help those odds.
Exactly. I mean, they have looked very good early on here, and they've got plenty of time. That's what the luxury with the 5-on-3. You kind of saw it there. Utah letting Iowa State, there was some confusion there, but letting them touch up so they have more time on the 5-on-3. You've got plenty of time to find whatever lane you want with 70 seconds now in this 5-on-3 remaining. Larilla at the point, stick handles on the near side, pass to Landa Kusic, who fires a wrister, and it's just wide after a deflection. Had a good look for a tip. Larilla cycling back over to Landa Kusic, who fires a shot, hits the post! And Larilla does almost keeps it in, does a good job getting a piece of it, but it's blown for a high stick. Face-off will come out of the zone. 46 seconds remaining on that 5-on-3 for Utah due to the high stick. Larilla playing that puck above the crossbar level, so 4 feet or more in the air. The face-off will come to the Utah side.
I don't think we acknowledged just how close that shot was. Ripping a screenshot from the point. Shea had nothing but space to work with, and he nearly doubled down, took advantage of that power play. Still 45 seconds left on the 5-on-3.
And knowing Che, he was probably looking for that tip, and he saw something was on there, and it was just deflected wide. And as you said, Ellis, I mean, that was a very close play.
Centimeters.
I mean, right.
Difference of inches.
Michael skates it in, near side half boards, plays it to the near side corner to Jackson. It's light, drops it off for Dix, plays it over. I believe that was Gephardt there.
Ooh, he's got a stab.
And that was Langenbrunner. Now here comes Iowa State the other way. They skate it in. It's Besselin, skates it. Good save by Greilich. And he'll play that one as Utah will counter. 10 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Langenbrunner skates it in. Dancing around. Has a shot. Oh, what a save by Moen. And out of the box is Schultz, and it's a 5-on-4 for Utah for 30 more seconds. Michael has the puck on the near side, plays to the point to his captain. Dix, stick handling across the zone. White fires a shot, good save Moen, pops back up into the air. Jackson will cradle it. Play to Langenbrunner, then play to Dix the point. There's a tip,
dangerous
hits the post.
Bounce.
It's still bouncing around Moen.
Oh my goodness,
he gets
what
a save.
Save by Moen there. Constant pressure. And again, like I said earlier, iron sharpens iron. Both of these teams very competitive, very hungry, searching for wins. And it has been a dogfight so far, approaching the halfway point of the period.
Yeah, Utah with a lot of great chances there on that special teams there. Looking pretty good to start. Unsuccessful, however, but plenty of great chances. And Utah hitting the post a couple of times already. But laying it on the Cyclones. Can't imagine the Cyclones play a lot of games out west at altitude. So something to look for there.
Silent factor.
That's right. Landa Kusic fires a shot. Stick save Moen. He tries to whack at it. That was unable to make contact. Now the Cyclones trying to clear it out.
Dangerous pass. Nice job clearing it out.
So it's Carter for Utah behind his own net. Opts to play it from the way he came back over to Noonan, who skates it to the far side. Noonan dropping it off for Carter. Carter a pass to Landa Kusic. Hits his stick. It bounces around. Kovarik skates it in across the line, makes a nice move. Kovarik still going. Kovarik, oh my goodness, unable to complete his move there.
Put the dirty dangle on him.
Nice defense there by Noonan from Utah. That puck gets out, forcing a reset from the Cyclones.
Nice intercept from Slater at center ice there.
Yeah, nice pass to Landa Kusic as well. Spins around. Opposite side the puck goes. It's Sunigal going for the wraparound over to Landa Kusic. It's eventually broken up by Schultz. Cyclones played out. There's a collision at center ice there. And here they come. They're going to skate it in. They fire a shot, and there's a good save by Greilich, who will opt to cover this one up. Now Utah, this is their final homestand and also final games of the regular season. So after this, whatever happens with the rankings determines whether or not they will play in the postseason. But it looks like Utah is going to book their first ever trip to nationals sitting at 12. It would take a monumental collapse to not go at this point. But what a nice season for this team. They're quickly, oh, there's a big hit behind the net on Music. It's taken away, and the puck eventually does bounce out. But
as you were saying, yeah, what a phenomenal year it's been for Utah, and season of accomplishment and ups and downs. But through all the tribulation, through all the issues that they've had all year long, they've gotten through it and came out the better side of things. So.
That's right, and they've played some of the better teams this conference close, and I think it's time to start talking about Utah as a team that can contend for this conference next year. UNLV, Central Oklahoma, Missouri State are the three teams that have kind of been the big bad wolves in this conference for a long time, but Missouri State having a down year this year and Utah having an up year this year. I mean, really growing into becoming a threat in the best conference in all of the ACHA.
And as we all know, anything happens in playoff hockey.
That's right.
Down the stretch, season winds down, hockey just seems to get only more eventful.
Right, I mean, like you said, Ellis, anything can happen. Just getting to St. Louis is important. Doesn't matter your seed. I mean, obviously that helps, but just getting there and getting that chance is all you need.
Once you book the ticket, yeah, you've got the same opportunity as everybody else.
That's right. So now it's Iowa State skating with it. And they try and send a one-timer to the middle, and it's sticked away by Greilich, the goaltender for the Utes. And now it'll be Jackson leaving it for Sunigal, who dumps it in, and Utah will get a change. Young fires a shot. It's deflected wide. And there's a save by Mo, and Young got a big-time goal last week, or excuse me, 2 weeks ago on home ice against UNLV, getting Utah within 1 goal. That was a huge goal. And making himself a presence on the ice here for the Utes. Iowa State wins that face-off, and they skate it into the Utah zone. That'll be Noonan there. Gives it to Bisson. Bisson sends it to the opposite side, trying to find Noonan. Iowa State keeps it in, and they send it back to the opposite side. It does slide out, forcing a reset. Kress getting a piece of Bestland's stick, and they dump it in. First man there was Pearson for Iowa State, but it's taken away by Bisson. Bisson up against the wall. And it is kept in and then eventually whacked out by Utah. Here comes Gephardt. He's got Young there with him. Sends it across the zone, and it's then taken away by Iowa State. It's Bestland skating it in, leaving it for Pearson. Sent towards the middle to Bestland, and good defense there from Dylan Dix to break the play up. Michael skating with it, fires a shot, blockered away by Moen. Utah out shooting the Cyclones 11-5 thus far, as they almost had another one there. That was Mickle who just missed that one, and here comes Iowa State back the other way. Schultz skates it in, fires a wrister. Dix's stick breaks that up. There's a rebound in front, kick save by Greilich.
And what a great back check right there from Dylan Dix, getting back just in time, poking it loose.
There's a wrister, blockered away by Greilich. And Ethan Light will skate it out with some speed. It's then taken away by Kovaric. And then Michael takes it away for Utah.
Just missing on the pass.
Yeah, trying to get that one over to Urtis. Urtis will recover. Stick handles, leaves it for Light to the middle, nobody home. And it'll just be cleared out by Nelson for Iowa State. Landon Kusick backhand pass over to Light, and Light skates it across the red line. Still skating with it, trying to find his man Landon Kusick behind him, but it's taken away swiftly by Kazmierczak. And here comes Kovaric, fires a shot, and it's deflected out of play. And we have a whistle with 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Of course, these two schools, Iowa State and Utah, about to join the same NCAA Division I conference in the Big 12 in football, basketball, and most varsity sports. That won't, to be clear, that won't be happening at the club hockey level. Conference is different there, no affiliation with the NCAA conferences, but you'll see Utah playing.
That's definitely a change we're going to be feeling for the next few years, adjusting to. That's
right.
I think a good thing in the long run, but it's going to be interesting to see how the competition changes and to see how it impacts all the athletics through all the sports here at the U.
Right, and you know, if Utah were to ever go NCAA Division I, they would more than likely be affiliated with be affiliated with the Big 12 for hockey. Though I'm not sure they have any NCAA teams currently, but interesting to be playing teams in Iowa rather than neighboring states like Oregon and Washington and California. Big hit in front of the Iowa State bench from Utah there. Gets the crowd pumped up, and skating it in now are the Cyclones, and Greilich.
Nice soft hands right there, letting it come to him. Didn't need to stab at it. And credit where credit is due. A great job rebounding by Iowa State early in the period. Utah was starting to take all that momentum and run for the hills. And they've done a really good job bouncing back on the defensive side of the puck and not letting the bleeding get any worse than 1-0.
Right. Yeah, they're hanging in there. And of course, you know, travel. It's a long ways from Iowa to Utah. About half or a quarter of the country at least got the bus legs. So,
and then you take into account that they're a couple thousand feet higher than they were at any point back home.
That's right, and it'll get to you. Late in games is when I hear it, you feel it the most. It just wears you down. You can come out with a lot of speed and, you know, adrenaline, but later in games, you know,
you're not getting that oxygen.
Right, it's the conditioning is what makes the difference in any hockey team, but when you're up high, it makes that much difference up here at 4,500 feet. And they were welcomed with some Utah winter weather as well. I mean, it's coming down out there, but they're used to that in Iowa as well. They get some pretty brutal winters, probably more brutal than here.
I was going to say, the Midwest, going to upset some fans.
So Iowa State controls after the face-off. They play it up against the glass. Hits a stanchion there and bounces funny. And it'll be Pearson skating with it. And play is not offside, so Pearson will continue to skate with it. Wraps around. Fires a shot.
Save.
And Greilich makes a stick save. He's unable to keep the rebound, but his team doing a great job protecting, similar to boxing out in basketball, just not allowing Iowa State to crash the net. And that's how Utah scored their first goal, crashing the net hard. And if your defense can, I like to call it collapse,
shuts down lanes.
Right.
Gives them less room to work.
That's right,
less opportunities to score.
Yeah, the collapsing defense is important, and Utah demonstrating that to a T previously there.
And I'll tell you, Joe Greilich made that look a lot easier than it was, saving a screen shot with 3 men out front.
There's Light. He skates it in, and hopefully he's okay. He hit the wall pretty hard there, and he's in some pain. He hit the boards awkwardly there, and yeah, we hope he's okay. He's had his fair share of some pretty tough injuries while playing for this team. Last season down at Arizona State, had a pretty brutal injury that kept him out for a long time. But looks like he's in some pain, and we wish him all the best. We hope that he can bounce back. But as soon as I saw him kind of tangled up with that Iowa State defender, he did hit the boards in an awkward position.
And you always worry about going head first.
Right.
Because of all the other areas throughout your body that it impacts. You know, you take a hit to the head, it doesn't just impact your head. That force goes through your neck, through your spine, down into your legs.
That's right.
It's a whole body issue, so hopefully nothing too severe for Ethan Light down there.
And he's obviously one of the more skilled players on this team, so we hope he's okay. And of course, so do the Utes down there. He's up on his knees, I guess. Not his feet quite yet, but he's up, which is
a better sign than the contrary.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so how about the Utes? 12th ranked, the 3rd highest ranked team in the WCHL. And a lot of people worry, you know, is it you know, the computer rankings, does it actually determine who the better teams are? And, you know, you could argue it does, you know, like where you have the voters in football and basketball, and even NCAA hockey. Now Ethan Light is up on his feet. Great to see. You have the bias with the voters, and you hear all of that in football and basketball, but when you have the computer system, it just straight up takes into account the true statistics. Okay, Utah's playing UNLV number 4, UCO, I think number 6, right? And you beat UNLV once. You tie them twice, actually, technically in the rankings, even though that was an overtime loss, overtime win. But an overtime win against UCO. When you get to nationals, you're going to be a good team. This is a top 25 team, and Utah's playing them very well.
Totally.
And, you know, it's I think the ranking's appropriate for this team, and it's well earned. I mean, we've been talking about it, but
steady progression too.
Yeah.
It's starting, and you know, every team has mistakes. Every team has bad moments. It's the way that you bounce back.
That's right.
Been doing it all year long.
They have been. I mean, playing from behind a lot, but they bounce back. They obviously have the will, and this coaching staff's able to get it out of these guys. I mean, they were down 4 goals going into the third period a couple weeks ago, and they came back and won the game. I mean,
an afterthought.
Right.
Those types of games are, yeah.
I mean, we went into the second intermission saying that's as bad of a period as we've seen Utah play ever at the M1 level, and then they followed up with one of the best. And so that's like you said, Ellis, I mean,
that's what ends up having the long-lasting impact.
That's right.
How you put in your final word say.
That's right. It's a team that doesn't back down, and, you know, of course, some of the losses this year are disappointing to teams that you don't think you should be losing to, but at the end of the day, they're beating good teams, and they're playing close games against good teams. And I mean, if you look at their schedule, I mean, like you said earlier too, Ellis, there's not a single night off. It's all teams that are ranked very in the top half at least in the ACHA M1 level. So and like you said, iron sharpens iron. And this team, you know, coming up to M1 originally, it's a tough go of things. You see that now with Oregon and San Diego State, but
once you've made the jump,
right,
then it's in your blood.
They're taking it in stride. Slater tried to fire a pass across, it was blocked, and then tried to follow up that pass with a shot. So now Iowa State controls in their own end. That's Fanenstein there for the Cyclones. Tape to tape it goes to Schwartz. Schwartz will skate it in. Nice pass.
Ooh, dangerous opportunity up front.
Very dangerous opportunity. Don't have an 88 on my roster, unfortunately, so can't quite call his name out. But a good chance for him and the Cyclones. Kraft is able to skate that out, and with some help, Schwab is able to get the puck in deep for the Utes. There's a big hit in front of the student section there, and now here come the Utes. A pass to the point for Bisson was just off the mark. He'll have to chase this one down. He just dumps it in. He'll get off the ice for a change. Schultz dumps it in. Music will be the first man there for Utah. Plays it off the glass, and it does bounce out, forcing a reset. And we've got a whistle, and we've got a penalty. It's a slash, and not sure who. And it will be Iowa State.
Going to the box for the 3rd time tonight.
Alexander Robinson, local product out of Ames, Iowa, will sit in the box. 2 minutes for a slash. Utah once again to the power play.
And one of the consistent marks all year long that Utah's trying to claw away and get better at has been the power play. They've had already 2 opportunities tonight. And here, with just under 2 minutes left in the first period, a great opportunity to suck the life out of these Cyclones before the end of the first period.
I guess you could say the Cyclones aren't cycloning right now. But regardless,
should have kept that one off air.
Yeah,
no, just kidding.
No, it's just, and obviously just poking fun. I mean, they've been playing great so far, and it's obviously still a very close game. But here's Erdis at the point. It's taken away, and nice play by Pearson to break that up and muscle his way in. He's got the puck, and Erdis is able to break it up with the backhand side of the stick. That's Chelan Akusic across the logo and into the Cyclones zone.
And just like you were saying earlier, you can see on full display the Cyclones' penalty kill strategy, trying to stack that box up front, not really give any room, any shooting lanes for the Utes as they toss it around the circle.
Yeah, they're doing a better job, you know, settling in. I mean, obviously Utah unable to get on the board on the power play yet, but they've had some good looks, but Iowa State hanging in there. Like you said, Ellis, just keeping the play to the outside. That's the name of the game when you're killing. So now Jackson skates it in. As you can see, he's forced to the outside. Good job by the Cyclones to do so. Michael, point pass to Jackson. Jackson across the ice to Light. Over to Dix. Dix trying to find Jackson. It's broken up. And the Iowa State kill is holding strong. Michael to the point for Dix. He gets a piece of it.
Nice job keeping it in the zone.
Yeah, 25 to go on this power play for Utah. Light with some space, fires a wrister, was looking on that blocker side. I saw that too. And
final 5 in period number 1. Nice shot on net.
And that will end the first period of play between Iowa State and Utah. Utah will have an 8-second power play when we return, but it's been a great first period between these two squads here.
Nothing but entertainment for us. It is 1-0 at the conclusion of 1. Utah with 15 shots on the board. Iowa with 11.
Yep.
And some great discipline hockey from Utah especially. We're looking forward to period number 2 in just a few.
That's right. So stay tuned as well. We've got the debut of the Pac-8 hockey moments from the M2 team. The M2 team won the Pac-8 championships. They won their conference. They're off to the playoffs in the Western region for M2. So stay tuned for a hype video, and we call it hockey moments here at Utah Hockey. Stay tuned for that at the break. Congratulations to the M2 team. We're looking forward to see how they do with the playoffs. Good job, boys, and we'll see you back here for the second period in about 15 minutes. Enjoy the Pac-8 moments here in just a few moments.
Nobody wants it like us. You know, we've had our ups and downs. Boy, are we peaking. Boy, do we know how to step up to the plate in big games. When we play with that, you know, acknowledgement of what's at stake, our speed and our tenacity is unmatched. They can be proud of that little hit from behind, but we can be proud of the f***ing trophy we're holding up at the end of the day. No more f***ing second place, boys. We're taking home a f***ing trophy today, right? Taking home a f***ing trophy.
fucking live for this fucking fun. It's fun being here with you boys right now. Let's go finish the job here, okay? Hey, nothing to lose. There is no tomorrow. Yeah, this is it. Jackson gets it out front, top shelf, goal! Aaron Jackson sends Utah to the regional tournament. It had to be! It had to be! It had to be you. It had to be you. I knew it. Rights, boys. Fucking rights. Holy shit. Holy shit. We got champagne. What a fucking game.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. You know, I thought I missed a shot. I thought I whipped on it, but it went in, so I'm pretty happy. Good win for the boys.
3 years. Felt like a long time coming, huh? Felt like a long time coming, huh? And to get it done in that way, it had to be. It had to be no other way, right? It had to be. I'm so proud of you guys right now. I started crying out on the ice because I'm a but so proud of you guys. Everyone pulling the rope in here. When we got down, everyone banded together on that bench in this locker room, brought that back. Beautiful to watch, boys. Beautiful to watch. I'm so proud of you guys. I got no words for it. I'm proud of you guys. Enjoy this. This is special. Enjoy it.
Welcome back to the Utah Hockey Broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Patrick McGann alongside Ellis Beacom. We're getting ready for the second period of play in Salt Lake City between Iowa State and Utah. Utah's leading 1-0 against the Cyclones. It's been a good contest so far between two top 25 teams. As Iowa State at the 23 rank is really needing some wins. 2 wins against Utah could put them in the tournament. Right now, they're not in. 23 would not get you into the tournament, so big weekend for the Cyclones. Utah just looking to finish this weekend, this season with a bang and 2 wins over the Cyclones against a talented team.
Every game counts, man.
That's right. And yeah, like the Cyclones didn't even think about that till now. Really, this is a huge series for them.
Nice pass out front.
There's Michael, a shot. Yeah, just wide. Good setup there by Michael. As Utah was on the power play there for the first 8 seconds. Forgot to mention that, but Iowa State back to full strength. There's a big hit at center ice by Michael. Good to see Ethan Light back up on his feet and on the ice after that scary play we saw earlier. And that'll be the Cyclones back the other way. There's a shot, and Greilich makes the save. So yeah, final 2 broadcasts for the M1 team this weekend. It's amazing how fast the season goes,
That's
especially
just what I was thinking to myself. The second half especially, yeah.
I mean, you get way more home games than
in the first half, yeah. And boom, it flies by, man.
And off the draw, the puck ends up in the near side corner, and Iowa State trying to keep it in. Really liking the uniforms on the Cyclones this evening, really sharp. There's a shot, and Moen can't quite hold on to it. Eventually he covers it up, but man, that took him a couple of tries. Played just about a minute here in the second.
And as you were just saying, yeah, the Cyclone unis, man, they are sharp, pretty sharp, man. The only thing they're missing is the laces, right?
That's right, yeah, but I like that they're kind of going after. There's a couple of NHL style jerseys that are designed similarly. I like the white shoulder yoke. Really pulls it together. It's a nice uniform.
The burgundy too, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't go wrong with
similar to one of our rivals out here, Arizona State. Very similar colors. It's the Cyclones with the puck. That being Pearson. As there's a scrum ensuing, that is Beslin, the captain. It's taken away by Utah. Urtis, the goal scorer for the Utes, plays it forward. There's a tip, so no icing. A great play by Slater to get down there first and muscle his way to win that puck. Gets it to Landon Kuzik. He's got a man on his back. Still stick handling. Skates it in, runs into a triple team.
Man, it's like Chase got glue on the end of his stick when he's got the puck.
It's unbelievable.
It is just a task and then some to get the puck away from that guy. Big shot.
He literally has to skate into a triple team to lose it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Here come
you're
the
definitely
Cyclones.
Circling number 11 before each game against the Utes.
That was Kazmir Track skating that one in. Cyclones have it, trying to skate in, and nice play by Noonan to break that up. Utah not letting anything get in that slot area.
Another nice break up at center ice.
And now it'll be Kraft skating it in, makes a move at the blue line, waiting for some help to arrive. Puck bounces around, and it will get out. Millens skating this in for the Cyclones. And there's a pass to the point to Lynch, who fires a shot that's wide. And Utah's able to play that off the glass. Lynch will chase this down. Pops it up into the air.
A nice job by Utah getting the puck out of the zone there and retaining possession, getting the pressure off Greilich. Still with some
there's a big hit
out front.
Right in front of the student section there. This place is loud. It's skated up. Kearns with it. Brings it all the way around. Music is hit hard. Gephardt plays towards the middle. Young almost had a chance at a one-timer. That puck was knuckling. There's a shot.
Nasty deflection.
Cyclone. And Utah having to reset. Young dumps it right back in.
Around the horn.
Kearns plays it out, and it does go out of play. Well, the face-off in the Iowa State zone, says the line official.
We're only a handful of minutes in here, but already both of these teams seems like playing much better defense. Shutting down passing lanes, not allowing shots on net. And we've already seen a few from both sides, but a lot of progress in the transition game, preventing teams from getting breaks as they're moving into the offensive zone.
Yeah, chances back and forth, and Iowa State really settling in. A lot of good chances early on for Utah, and they're settling into this contest, feeling more comfortable.
Again, it is still just a one-goal game.
Face-off is coming out of the zone. And Utah coaching staff wants an explanation. They're not going to get one. That official should at least go over there and explain the decision. I mean, referee immediately pointed in the zone for the face-off, and I guess it was corrected by the orange-banded officials. Regardless, face-off will eventually come right back in as the puck is frozen. .15:51 remaining in the second. Utah wins that tie-up. Noonan sends it in, and off the deflection, it's a good save by Moen.
Reaction save there, just felt it hit the body. Oh, I'm not gonna move. Make sure this thing doesn't squeak away from me.
Got some sharp pads there on Mr. Moen. Very well color coordinated with his team.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, they know what they're doing in the apparel game.
That's right.
For sure.
Cyclone skated in, fire a shot, and Greilich up to the task. Interestingly enough, I was watching something this week, and if you notice, there's a lot of goaltenders in hockey in general. I'd say the NHL, but let's just say all of hockey, Greilich being one of them, wearing mostly white pads. And that is because goaltenders, the general consensus among players is the goaltenders' pads look bigger when they're white rather than being an off color. So a lot of goaltenders wear white for that reason, as it appears to be the pads, or excuse me, the other way around. So if you want, it's an interesting, we'll dive into it at the next whistle, but white pads, if you notice, look at any goaltender in the NHL or at most places, they have a pretty large.
The vast majority usually wears white.
Yeah. Yep.
Even when it might not be the best style choice, might not look the coolest.
Right.
But I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. And it gives, if it's a psychology thing, it gives the shooter less room to work with. There's literally less space on net.
It makes them think that there's less space. And that's kind of what goalies think that, and then some players say, well, I think they look a little bit bigger. But at the end of the day, I mean, whatever edge you can get, you take it in the game of hockey. There's a wrister fired from Bessel, and it's just wide. Now it's Landon Kusik skating in across the blue line, makes a move. Chase Stills getting backhand shot, pad save by Moen.
And boy, that backhand is always just a second away with Che.
That's right. Curtis to Slater, back to Landon Kusik, making a move. He's still skating it in. It's great defense there from Iowa State. Specifically, that was Schultz forcing Che off the puck. Not an easy task to do that. Schwartz and his
loses the equipment there.
Yeah, music stick gets whacked out of the air. Here comes Slater. Slater skating it in. And he's going to send one for a one-timer for Landon Kusik. It's kept in. Another wrister block.
Big shot.
And a 3-on-1 the other way if the Cyclones can giddy up here. It'll be Kazmierczak to the middle, broken up by Larilla, and then Jackson's able to spear that puck away. Now it's a 3-on-2 on the counter for Utah. Urtis trying to find Jackson, and just getting a piece of that was Nelson to break it up. And so Utah will just opt to reset this. Jackson gets a piece, it's dumped in. Curtis is pinned up along the boards for Nelson to take this puck and play it out. That will go for icing, but yes, to put a cap on that point, the white pads are supposed to look bigger, and that's why you see a lot of goaltenders with white pads. I didn't really know that until recently. I don't know if this is something obvious or not, but you notice a lot of goalies will wear like white with like maybe their team's main color is the accent color, but
primarily white.
Right, primarily white.
Yeah, you can look over at Grealick and boom, every single ornament, including the pads, at least some white on there.
Right, and I'm wondering if that's why he chose it. It'd be interesting to get an interview with,
totally.
With Joey to see if that was the choice for his pads. But then you got some goaltenders that'll wear the stylish pads. There's a shot from Carter's deflected wide. There's the goalies in the NHL, and Marc-Andre Fleury being one of them, being known for his, on the Golden Knights, he literally wore flashy gold pads. He used to wear really bright, like mustard yellow pads when he played for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And then now, Minnesota
way
Wild.
Back when.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, he's had a...
Oh, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, he just, I believe, they were just celebrating Marc-Andre Fleury. I believe it's his 1,000th game played on the Minnesota Wild. And
one of the best to ever do it.
That's right. He's been playing for a very long time. Spent some time on our Blackhawks for a bit.
Yeah, not a bit. I wouldn't quite call it a bit.
It was 40 games, maybe, if that, maybe even 30 games.
Yeah.
But everywhere he's played, he's been fantastic.
Heightens their goal keepability.
That's right. Kraft fires a shot just wide. Sunigal dumps it in. Schwab to chase after. Leddy, the backup goalie for Utah, or one of them. We've got Marcello De Antonio as well, but Leddy's got they're majority white pads with the skyline of Salt Lake on the pads, which is pretty cool. I like it when the pads are
designed.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that is cool.
I was always kind of frustrated, like, oh man, I don't like it when the pads are always white, but now it makes sense. As Iowa State skates that in, they dump it in, and Greilick gets his glove on that one and forces a whistle.
Well, it's hard to argue with strategy.
That's right.
Especially from the people that strap up every day and
they would know.
Go out there skating. Yeah, if anybody's due to know.
Right.
Big guys on the ice.
Yeah, and you take any advantage you can get in this game. It's a game of inches. Jackson plays it up against the boards, trying to get it out. It's kept in by Lynch, who fires it right back to the opposite side. Iowa State forced to reset. Puck does hit that netting, forcing a whistle. Been a great contest, neck and neck. I'd say Utah looking like the better team
for a period
for the most
and a
part.
half. Yeah.
But
I think it's been very back and forth, though, I will say. It's still only a one-goal game, as the scoreboard will show.
Right.
But I'd say it's a completely different look that we've seen in the second period from the first period. First period, it was just shots and passing around the horn and trying to get opportunities in the net. And this period, it's been a lot more about possession and keeping the puck and drawing it out for as long as they can.
Utah will do just that. Light over to Langenbrunner. They skated in. Langenbrunner's able to get that puck dumped in after a bounce. And then eventually it's taken away by Besland. Cyclones skating with it. Shot fired and deflected. There's a big hit, and that will be a penalty against Utah. Almost as blatant as they come. Unfortunately, it will be boarding against Noonan for the Utes. Referee's arm went up immediately. I mean, that is pretty clear boarding penalty.
Obvious from up in the booth.
Yep. Even from this distance.
He knows he's guilty. Penalties do happen.
Student section doesn't like it, but that is textbook boarding, unfortunately. Utah, it's their first penalty of the game.
And again, that's been a big part of the reason why they even have the lead to this point. discipline wins hockey games when it comes down to it. In those do-or-die moments, you're down a man, that is the game-changing difference.
Right, we've seen it bite them before, but yeah, keep playing that discipline game helps absolutely, and there's a good save by Greilich as Iowa State got a shot off. Only 8 seconds expired on that penalty against Utah, and that puck, luckily for Utah, does squeak out, forcing a reset. And referees don't say anything wrong with that.
Big traffic over in that far side corner.
Yeah, impressed with the hustle from this Ute team, and just they're just a team that comes in most nights wanting it more. You could tell just in the way they skate, the way they outmuscle these players, and the way I first noticed that this season, how that was different. They're just winning 50-50 battles along the board, center ice.
And the main thing you can't measure on the stat sheet that'll be the difference in winning and losing games is heart and drive, whether you want it or not. And that has been the one thing that has gone unquestioned all year long, is the Utes' drive to win. They want it bad.
It's definitely different this year than in the previous years, and Coach Feeney has got these boys playing with the buzz. And, you know, obviously we're a little bit biased here, but I don't think it's a team you want to see at the national tournament right away. You know, you don't take them lightly.
One word comes to mind, and that is frisky.
That's right.
Dangerous, man.
Kovrig centered that puck, and then Utah's able to deflect that puck out and clear it. Yeah, when this team is on, they're hard to beat. And at home, they've been very good. It's just, you know, on the road, a couple of hiccups, and obviously, you know, the national tournament held at a neutral site. As Iowa State controls 5 seconds left on their power play. They send it towards the middle, and it's deflected.
And Utah does what they do so well.
Yeah, Noonan's out of the box. Iowa State still pressing. Point pass. Nelson firing a shot. It's bouncing, pops up. Good save by Greilich. And nobody in the area for Krbash, and puck will come out. Jackson. Zelena Kusik. He dumps it in. Iowa State clears that all the way, and that will go for an icing. Just over 8 minutes to be played in the second period. We still are deadlocked in a 1-0 game. A lot of back and forth.
And these are the moments in these one-score games that you come back and look back at the replay and see whether or not it comes down to plays like this, moments like this.
Langenbrunner just dealing there. He's got a good set of hands as well. Just like Che, he can move that puck. And it's dumped in. Iowa State sends a long stretch pass that does get a piece of Pearson, so won't go for icing. Dix to Langenbrunner, tried to drop it off for Erdis, but it was picked off. Carter plays that puck up into the netting, and we will have a whistle. Yes, conventionally that is a delay of game penalty, but with the short glass here,
does not apply.
Not the case. Yep, not
here
the case.
At the sports complex.
Yeah, the home ice advantage for Utah is that short glass, knowing how to play with it, and the Olympic-sized ice.
And keeping it under wraps, right?
Right.
Not telling the opponent about the short glass.
That's right. But it's an interesting thing. You don't really think about how it can hurt you. I remember talking on a road trip with the assistant coach, Rob Feeney. He was saying that, you know, it does take them, you know, time to get it. There's a shot from Light, it's blocked. It does take them time to get used to playing on a smaller sheet because they're used to practicing on this. There's a play in front. Puck still bouncing around as Utah's crashing.
Hot potato out in front of the crease right there.
Carter risks one, and it's blocked. There's a one-time play in front. Good save by Moen.
Great positioning. Staying right where he needed to be.
Langenbutter fires a shot. It's blocked, and it's cleared out. But to put a cap on that ice sheet conversation, that's an icing. Assistant Coach Feeney was saying he thinks it's a net positive for the team because having the home ice with the Olympic ice, especially at altitude for some of those desert teams, Iowa State, of course, coming from the Midwest.
And knowing how to play there.
Right.
Knowing the ins and outs of the place, knowing the dinks and scratches, knowing where to target, where not to.
Right.
It is always an unspoken advantage playing at home, and especially on a night like tonight where you have half the student body in attendance making as much noise as they can. Makes it a fun environment.
Yeah, I mean, I remember a couple weeks ago when UNLV was in town and they called a timeout, there were some students behind the bench. So there's a shot, good save, Greilich, and the noise just makes it hard for the other team to, get a plan organized. So
communicate, communicate in the first place.
Landon Kusick to Slater, back to Landon Kusick. Oh, and he can't quite get the shot off. Good setup there from Landon Kusick and Slater. Jackson trying to find Slater. He just leaves it so Erdis can handle it. Larilla tries to get the one-timer, and it's taken away by the Cyclones, and are unable to get a counter off of that. Utah able to recover. Landon Kusick firing a wrister, and it goes up and out of play. Well, the whistle.
And I think just before that last stretch, that was some of the best play we've seen all period from Utah.
Yeah.
Keeping the puck down in the offensive zone, keeping possession, and getting shots on net. That was a lot of pressure. Eventually, something's going to give. Mullins can only do so much.
And now it'll be Iowa State scanning it in. Dix plays it right back out. It's a defensive game and a goalie show so far. Not a lot of offense in this contest.
A true hockey fan's favorites.
That's right.
A goalie duel. Good old-fashioned goalie duel.
Krabash playing that across to Kovrik, who fires a shot, and it's just wide. Puck played towards the middle. It's deflected out, and Utah's able to get the puck out of the zone, and then it eventually goes out of play.
So we'll get another quick stoppage, and it looks like they're going to be sending him to center ice for the face-off.
Yeah, so these are must-win games for Iowa State, as we mentioned, and for Utah, they're obviously big contests, an opportunity to solidify your trip to nationals, but it looks like,
barring there is no explosive collapse,
right,
it's looking pretty good for the Skating Utes this year.
And it would be the first appearance at the M1 level for nationals. University of Utah, just an ACHA in general, has not made an appearance at the national tournament since they were an M2 program many years back, or about, I shouldn't say many years back, but 2015, I think, was the last time. 2015.
9 years ago now, man.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
Salt Lake City hosted. Yep. So a great opportunity for this team. Face-off is won by the Cyclones. As they're still looking for that tying goal. There's a deflection in front. They're looking for Bestland, and he got too much lumber on it, and it overpowered wide. Pearson skating with it. Sending it towards the middle, and it's deflected away and sent high into the air and out by Utah.
Shot just cleared it out. Two really stellar opportunities for the Cyclones.
Pearson skating it in. Circling back, sends it towards the net. Good save by Greilich. Still bouncing. Pearson fires a shot, and it's blocked by Bisson. Another shot deflected wide. A good stint here for the Cyclones. And they can't quite keep it in. And so Utah will use this chance to get a full change. What a bad pass. One up in the hands of Jackson, then it's whacked back away by Nelson. And in come the Cyclones. It's Millens. Michael for Utah. Now it's Light. Nobody can quite win that puck. It's bouncing around. Light trying to find Langenbrunner. He'll recover. Knuckling puck on his stick. Sends it towards the middle, nobody home. Kearns will skate it across the red line and dump it in. Langenbrunner to Michael.
Nice job sticking with it.
Yeah, he's got a man on his back there, sends it across the zone.
Beautiful pass.
To Light. Light stick handles, sends it down low for Langenbrunner. Leaves it for Michael. One-timer for Light, and he can't quite get his stick on it.
Narrowly missing the tape there.
2.5 to go in the second. And we've got a penalty. Interference against Dylan Dix. Or excuse me, this will be against Lorilla. To the dismay of the student section, that's for sure. Good thing we got the headsets tonight, or else I wouldn't be able to hear you. My goodness, that's loud.
Yeah, it is mayhem in here.
Yeah, Dick's not happy with the call. I saw him make the gesture with his displease of the call, and I thought it was against him, but it is Lorilla. Utah forced to kill for the second time. As Donovan gets a hold of that and clears it the full length. So Iowa State has a chance here late in the second to get one back. They're going to skate it in. It's Besselin opting to wait for reinforcements. Nelson at the point to Pearson. Pearson to Nelson. Down low to Krabash. To Pearson. Fires a shot, he scores! Iowa State's on the board, and it's Stuart Pearson. Tie game between the Utes and the Cyclones.
And what a huge goal that is. Getting it in with the final within the final 2 minutes of this second period. And within 30 seconds of that power play, taking advantage of it. That is a huge goal for confidence and for all-around purposes, for Cyclone purposes alike.
That's right. That's a big goal for the Cyclones as this game is just about headed into the final frame. I mean,
and we've been saying it all game that these two have been scrapping back and forth and back and forth. And the one thing that was stuck up there was just a 1-0 lead. And when it's just a 1-goal game, teams will do that to you. And all of a sudden we're back at square one.
That's right. Jackson, a shot, he scores! It hits an Iowa State skate and goes in, but Logan Jackson gets one right back for the Utes.
Well, the hockey gods were toying with that one there.
That's right. Utah gets the lead right back. It hits a Cyclone skate. We'll get a replay on the broadcast. I couldn't quite see it in real time.
I saw what you're seeing though, Patrick, and it was a great shot from Logan Jackson just to get it on net from the point and create some with some traffic out front.
Right.
It's going to be a tough shot to save as is, and obviously Utah got the lucky bounce that time. Like I said, the hockey gods sitting in their throne laughing right now.
That's right. I mean, the cliche quote in this circumstance is you miss 100% of the shots you never take, Mr. Wayne Gretzky, and nice shot to take there. Yeah, nice foresight there from Jackson to just throw it on net and see what happens. And for Utah, it's a 1-goal lead once again. Iowa State can't even play with a lead.
Looks like
an elbow penalty. And there's an elbow against Iowa State. Riley Kress looks like will be the aggressor. And Utah will go to the power play. So Utah gives up a goal, and then a couple of fortunate sequence events for them. They get one back, and now they're on the power play.
Boy, the duality of man right there, right? Just speaking about how they've been fighting all game long to get back into this game, and they get that amazing goal out front, and then boom, right away, less than 30 seconds later, Utah able to snatch some of that momentum back up, and Iowa State doing themselves no favors, bringing the discipline into question with just under a minute and a half left to go here in period number 2.
That's right. I mean, yeah, they've committed their fair share of penalties so far this contest. And for Utah, this place was quiet. You could hear a pin drop, and now they're right back in it, and it's loud. And a great chance to take a 2-goal lead. Now it's Utah with the puck. Langenbrunner at the point. Stick handling. Michael in the near side corner. Langenbrunner to the point for Dix. Light to Dix. Fires a shot, pad save Moen, and it's backhanded out. That looks like it was jersey number 20, Fanenstein, the Minnesota native. So we will have a reset here from Utah.
Final 40 here in period number 2.
Michael skates it in, point pass. It's Light. Fires a shot. Oh, and Moen got a glove on it, but he didn't get all of it. Looked like it was going in from this angle, but it went wide. 25 on the clock as Iowa State deals. They'll dump it out, and Utah looks like they'll have one more rush attempt with 15 seconds on the clock. Light to Dix, 10 on the clock, and they might just skate this out.
Maybe one final drive, the final 10 seconds here, a great pass.
Yeah, Langenbrunner in the zone, 5 on the clock, stick handling, sends it towards the middle for Light. Oh, what a shot.
My goodness.
Backhand shot just wide, but Utah at the buzzer getting a nice chance. And at the end of the second period, we are the same way we were at the end of the first period, a 1-goal lead for Utah, but this time it's 2-1 Utes, and what a second period it was, Ellis.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up, especially for Utah towards the end of the period. I mean, with a few minutes left, it looked like Iowa State was going to be the winner of that period. They tied it up, brought it all the way back to 1-1, made us back at square one, and just a great job finishing for Utah to be able to get one on the board and finish out with a penalty that's rolling into next period.
That's right. They'll start the third period just the way they started the second period with a power play, this time for 43 seconds. But as both teams head to the locker rooms, we'll take a break up here in the booth. In about 15 minutes, we'll be back here for the third period of play between Iowa State and Utah. It's the Utes 2, the Cyclones 1 after 40 minutes of play in Salt Lake City. Don't touch that remote because we'll be back with more hockey in just a few moments. Welcome back to the Utah Hockey Broadcast Channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready here for the third period. We've got a clean sheet of ice, and we've got a 2-1 lead for Utah over Iowa State as we head into the final 20 minutes of play between Iowa State and Utah. Utah on the power play for the next 35 seconds to open up this period.
And yeah, huge goal to close out that period. Waning moments of the second, and right after getting punched in the mouth by the Cyclones, great job bouncing back and getting a lucky bounce to put one in the back of the net and take the lead again.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, Utah playing with that lead as they have for most of this game. Landon Kusick fires a wrister. He scores! What a shot from Kane! Utah takes a 2-goal lead.
Put it on a poster. That was a picture-perfect shot. Top left corner, right over that blocker. Unstoppable. I can't think of any goalies that can react in time to stop that one. That's an incredible start to the period for the Utes and their first power play goal of the game.
That's right. Big goal for Utah. First 2-goal lead of the game. It is a power play goal, as Ellis said. And this place is rocking, and it's good to get those fans involved early on in the third. And that's what we were talking about early. Utah playing a lot of games where they're forcing themselves to make this miraculous comeback, and tonight, not the case. They're outplaying these Cyclones and playing really well. There's a shot, good save, Moen. Langenbrunner over to Music. Light, skating with it, over to Langenbrunner, and it's taken away by Iowa State. Michael skates it in.
Great pass with some space to work.
Dix to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner over to Light. Fires a shot, and Moen covers that one up.
And obviously still a full period of hockey left for the Cyclones to try and claw their way back. Only down by 2, and again, 2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey, ask any hockey player. And I think that the keys to them being able to claw their way back is possession primarily and getting some more shots on the board. Seeing a drop off of shots.
There's a shot from Schwab, he backhands it in, he just skated it right in. No collapsing there from the Iowa State D, but yeah, it does start with possession. That's absolutely right for Iowa State and for Utah. It's, at this point, you know, a 2-goal lead, as you said, worst lead in hockey, but you don't necessarily have to play with as much aggression and pinch maybe as hard as you would, pinch those defenders, but time is your friend if you're Utah. Just take your time, find those lanes. Larilla fires a shot, it's tipped, good save by Moen.
And if you're Utah, probably stick with the hand that feeds you and stick with what works. All game long, they've been doing a great job of chewing out that clock and absorbing it through passing the puck around the horn, and I would be confused why that would change here in the third, barring a 2-goal lead.
And for Utah, this is just to outplay a team like this, top 25 team, it's what they should do as that 12th ranked team, and it just shows you how far this team has come in the last couple of years. Just talking some folks at the break about that, and as that puck goes out of play. My first season broadcasting for this team in 19-20 season, right before COVID hit. I mean, this team was pretty new to the M1 level, and teams like UNLV were coming in and beating the Utes 7-2, 9-1.
Laying the smack down.
Right, and teams, and any team that'd be ranked, you know, it'd be a beatdown, and now it's, you know, you're beating
anything but a beatdown.
Right, I mean,
they're making their own name for themselves. I mean, yeah, right, hanging with the dogs. It takes time. These things, they don't happen overnight. You know, you got to build.
Right.
It's a lot more than just skill on the ice. You got to have a game plan. You got to build culture. You got to build chemistry between players.
And they've been doing a fantastic job, and they're turning it into a team that really.
It's a team you don't want to see hot right before the playoffs.
Right, and not even that, but a team that next couple seasons that, you know, when Utah comes to town, it's no longer a free win, or, and not that it even was that even the last couple seasons, but it's a team now that
You got to
really beat you up.
Yeah, you got to look at the film before you're playing. Got to do your due diligence. Respect him as an opponent.
But a couple of surprising results out of the WCHL this season. Arizona State currently sits in last place in the conference, which is not typical. Landon Kusick skating it in. He's brought down. No penalty there. And then Grand Canyon having themselves a heck of a second half.
Boy, they stole one here a few weeks ago.
They did, and it's a team. Utah, the last couple of years, if I remember correctly, I don't think they've lost. I think every year they've played Grand Canyon in the WCHL. The last 2-3 years, they've won 3 of 4. So it's a team that Utah typically expects to beat and be better than. But my goodness, the results I'm seeing from the Antelopes, they are playing their best hockey right now, and they are probably going to make the national tournament and also be a team you do not want to see. And
brings back that word frisky, man.
Right.
It's just win and you're in. You have the same opportunity as the team, the first overall seed, you know? It's
right.
Level playing field. You're back to even. You're back to the drawing board.
Right.
I think that's part of the big excitement for these teams that have an opportunity to win and in, you know, and cement themselves in the playoff conversation.
But yeah, those wins for Utah, those 3 wins out of 4 games against Grand Canyon are looking better by the day as Grand Canyon continues to beat teams like UCO and UNLV, ASU, Arizona. Arizona and ASU really not having typical years. They're in the bottom half of those standings, and GCU, who's typically in the bottom half, now in the top half, and Utah as well. They've been hovering in the middle last couple seasons, but Grand Canyon, what a second half by them, but same for Utah. It's 2 teams, Utah and Grand Canyon.
2 teams that have been looking to flip the script for a while, man. And yeah, all their hard work coming to fruition this last stretch of the season.
Yeah, man, I love the conference, this conference, the WCHL. You've got not a single bad team in the conference, and the games are just so incredibly entertaining to watch. The UNLV series was incredible. The Arizona series in the fall was awesome for Utah. Some of the best hockey I've seen them play, and that set the script for the season in the fall against Arizona. I went down there for Utah to open their season to watch them play in Tucson, and Arizona beat them twice, and it kind of got punched in the mouth by the Wildcats, and Utah at home ice, you know, they did what they had to do and swept them on home ice, and what a great conference we're part of, and next year it gets a little bit bigger. There's a big hit in front of the Utah bench. Of course, Northern Arizona and San Diego State joining the WCHL next season. Northern Arizona coming up from M2, SDSU already at M1. We played them on this home ice. There's a one-timer from Pearson, and it's just wide open on the doorstep.
Was looking at nothing but net there. That was a phenomenal opportunity.
It was. Greilich, you know, thankful that one went wide. It's, you know, when it's just you and the shooter there,
you're saying prayers.
That's right. You're hoping you can make it happen, and even when the defense breaks down. Now here comes Michael skating it in. He's pushed off the puck. He's played forward. Iowa State skates it in. And we've got a penalty. It's a slash.
That's what I was going to say. It looked like a slash from up here, and I see the reapings of that penalty with 2 broken sticks on the ice. Cha-ching is the one thing running through my mind.
That's right.
It's a lot of money.
We talked about it on the broadcast before. Samuel Eaton, number 23, Iowa native, goes to the box, 2-minute minor for a slash. But those sticks can range from anywhere from $100 to $300, $350 maybe even.
It's a pretty penny.
Those are some nice sticks, and these players are not sponsored by Bauer, CCM. They are Warrior. They pay for those sticks on their own dime. It's a pay-to-play sport in club hockey,
and it doesn't even, we're not talking about any of the other equipment that are on their bodies.
Right.
This is just the stick of wood.
Yep. And we've got Erdis now for Utah. Utah looking for their second power play goal. Larilla at the point, rips one, it hits Schwab, and he's feeling that one. He is really feeling that. There will be a bruise wherever he was hit. And it looks like he got hit into place without padding as Moen gives him a little stick tap. I'm sure he knows that feeling all too well. Those pads do not cover every single bare portion of skin. I mean, you take shots to the backside of your legs, your arms.
Ankles.
Ankles, that's right. And it hurts. I mean, you'll even get, you know, the imprint of the puck as your bruise. I mean,
it hits hard.
And it's happened to me back in the day and during the days of Pee Wee hockey.
And the puck feels no pain. The puck doesn't receive the force.
Yeah, those pucks are...
They'll sneak up on you.
Yep.
Does not feel good.
Atlanta Kusick skates it across the red line. Minute and 20 remaining on the Utah power play as that puck slingshots to Larilla. Slater with the man on his back will skate it in with some speed. Slater, point pass Larilla, fires a shot.
Ooh, nice screen shot. Traffic out front.
Atlanta Kusick at the point. Fires a wrister, it's just wide. Urtis there on the rebound, and then it's taken away by Iowa State. Kovrik trying to get it out. He misplays the puck. He eventually does. It looks like Utah was almost able to suffocate him there and keep that puck in. Comes out regardless.
40 seconds left on that Utah power play. They're 1 for 4 on the night. Looking to make it 2 for 5.
Light will skate it in. Passes it over to Langenbrunner. Spinner in. Trying to stick with it. Good poke check from the stick of Fenenstein. Light. Point pass to Dix. Light a slap shot, and it hits Michael on the doorstep, and Iowa State able to take advantage and clear it out. That'll just about do it for the power play for Utah.
Huge for Iowa State to be able to kill that penalty.
Yep.
Huge difference between a 3-goal deficit and a 2-goal deficit, and I'm sure Iowa State still feels very happy about their chances with 12:50 left to play here.
Yeah, plenty of time. We've seen unbelievable comebacks on this ice within the last couple of months here.
We've seen more with less, for sure.
Yep.
In terms of time on the clock.
Langenbrunner fires a shot. Good save by Moen. And now it's Langenbrunner once again, spinning it in the neutral zone and dumps it in. Fenenstein over to Kress. Bestlin skates it in, fires a shot, and Greilich up to the task, making the save. And both teams will get a change. Off the face-off, it'll be Noonan getting that puck out. So it goes all the way down into the Iowa State zone. We'll play it out. Donovan to Larilla. Over to Young, who can't quite find it. He still gets a backhand on it. Iowa State will skate it in. Cyclone's able to keep it in. They dump it in deep. Noonan behind his own net. This puck's bouncing around. Iowa State trying to set up a coherent attack here. They fire a shot, and Greilich makes the save. I mean, really, for Utah, it's been a good game where they've shut down Iowa State. They are not getting, they've got 20 shots. Utah's got 24.
I was going to say.
Relatively close together, but the shots aren't as quality for Iowa State. Utah's really just forcing them for shots like that at the goal line from the corner. I mean, that's not where you're going to necessarily score. Now, of course,
a wrister, no less, too.
Yeah,
but, and I completely agree. He hasn't been faced with an endless onslaught, but with what he has been tasked with, he's been more than capable, and he's given Utah every ounce of their opportunity that they have right now to go out and get this win here at home.
Yeah, here comes Ernest, stopping on a dime there.
Showing off those skates, man.
Landon Kusic to the point, but yeah, not as quality of shots, and of course throwing on net, like we've been saying for Utah, and that's what Iowa State's doing, but they're not getting the quality shots that they need to get back in this game. There's a one-time shot, good save by Moen, and Music almost had another chance there, and the puck does deflect wide. One-timer from Landon Kusic,
He's
just
still
wide.
looking for that stick in the crease down there.
We got bouncing
Debris.
pieces of gear on the ice, yeah.
That looks like a Gatorade bottle head.
Yeah, it does. I don't see any Gatorade on the ice, though. As here comes Iowa State. They skated in with some space. They fire a shot. They score! Iowa State gets right back on the board. This time it's Samuel Eaton, who recently took the penalty, and he had all the time and space he wanted and put that one blocker side on Greilich. It's a 3-2 game.
Hold everything here. 10.5 left to go, and right as we're talking about the lack of quality opportunities that the Cyclones put together, they prove us wrong right there. Put one in the back of the net, and that's a beautiful shot coming in uncontested up along the left wing.
That's right. I mean,
one-on-one.
You see Utah coming in. The defenders stayed home. I didn't quite see who that was. You'll see it on the replay. But Eaton coming in, we had a perfect angle of it from up here. He was looking to pass the puck the whole way, but the defender was giving him the blocker side shot all the way. And he figured, might as well take it if you're giving it to me. And, you know, he was a little bit quicker than Greilich was there, and he got the goal. But if you'll see on the replay, he just
worked with the space that he was given.
The defender was giving him that blocker side shot, and that's
dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, on a one-on-one opportunity, driving towards the goalie on the left wing or really on either wing. That's just it's a dangerous situation.
And I get you want to stay home. You've got two defenders on that rush in that circumstance, but your objective is to obviously not let that one-time pass go through, but also try and keep them to the outside of the net and don't give them that angle. But Eaton had that angle. Looks like we're actually having a goal review right now.
Wonder what it would be on.
I'm not quite sure. As we're being wired in. Looks like the official's talking to our replay operator up here.
Trying to do the mental checklist of what it could be.
I think they're checking offsides is the actual call they're checking right now on the monitor down there. We don't have a program feed up here, but we're looking at the monitor down on the scores table. We can see it from up here. And they're looking at offsides, the two officials. As you can see it here. Pretty incredible. This is a new feature we have this second half of the season, replay review. You could only review goals.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, nothing other than that. It's basic, but the officials taking a look, and they're going to make the call now. I think they're looking at offsides. And the officials talking to the players. We've not gotten a signal yet, as you see. No goal. It's offside. And the break for Utah. And that's the magic of video review, I guess.
Sure is.
As much as it can hurt you, it can help you too. And Iowa State gets one taken back. Offside.
Well, I'll tell you what, about 9/10 of this place is rocking and happy about that one, and the other 10th is not so thrilled.
That's right. I'm not sure if that was triggered by the officiating staff or if that was a coach's challenge. Coaches are allowed a challenge, and I'd like to know if that was a challenge or if that was
done by the officials.
Officiating staff. I believe if it's offside, it's a call missed by the officiating staff, which would lead me to believe it was a coach's challenge from Coach Feeney, as he was right there. He saw it, right?
And they wouldn't just go back and randomly decide to review.
So, sometimes they do. There's an official triggered review, but I mean, Coach Feeney's obviously literally right in front of that blue line, so I'm assuming it was probably a coach's challenge.
Yeah, he had the front row seat.
So now Light fires a shot. It's patted away by Moen. Learnings there for the Utes. You know, don't let that player. No, here comes Iowa State. It's Kovrick the other way. They've got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. There's the pass that comes in. They shoot, and they score. And a collision in front of the net. And it looks like on the goal, it's Mitch Krabash, and he is in some pain down there, but the referee signaled a goal, and Iowa State does get it back, get that goal. He gets the goal, skates up away in some pain, but for his efforts, he gets a goal.
The
Iowa State
goal.
It is, yeah. You can see him coming in there, and there's a big collision in the net, but clear indication of a goal from the referee. So I guess we will have a 1-goal game after
looks
all.
That way. Yeah, that was the way I see that. That was kind of a ball don't lie situation, you know. They went to an official review, got reviewed on camera, used the technology to overturn the initial goal, and said, fine, I'll do it myself, and put it back to a 1-goal game.
That's right. We've got ourselves a good old-fashioned barn burner down the stretch here, just about halfway through the third period, and Iowa State clawing back in.
Still more than enough time to work with. 9:55 left to play here in period number 3.
Puck pops up right in front of the Iowa State bench. Cyclones trying to find some life here in the third.
Nifty move, somehow sticking with the puck.
Yeah, best one there for Iowa State. He's gotten the puck once again. Centering, Music takes it away. Plays it off the boards there and out of the zone for Riley Kress. He dumps it in. Dix to the stick of Kraft. Is able to get it out. Now Iowa State really pouncing here. Fenenstein skates it in, peels back, loses an edge. Falls down in a heap there. And Utah's able to get the puck out. But it really just looks like Iowa State is in the driver's seat now.
Yeah, Uncle Mo has certainly flipped sides. That goal was huge for their confidence, for their chances as the game is winding down. And for the stat sheet, that one was a good feeling one for sure for the Cyclones.
Curtis drops it off to Lana Kusik, who fires a shot and forces Moen to cover it up. And yeah.
It only keeps to put up that narrative of back and forth. I mean, it's been that way since the start of this game, since the first period. All offense, second period, all defense, all defense.
That's right.
And now we're back to a steady mix of offense, defense, and goaltending. The Cardinal 3.
And Iowa State will skate that one out swiftly. Eaton. Now it's Lana Kusik. He skates it in across the blue line.
Nice 2-on-2 opportunity.
Yeah, trying to find the stick of Urtis. This one will be Eaton once more. Playing it to Nelson, who tried to find his teammate Schwartz, but that pass is off the mark, triggering an icing call. And some tired Utes will get a change, and some tired Cyclones will be forced to stay out there for this draw. Just over 8 minutes to be played. Utah out shooting the Cyclones 33-24. And off that face-off, Utah's able to get that puck deep into the zone. That's Young. He's unable to connect on a pass, however, so Iowa State will get that puck out. It's a dump and chase for Utah. Young trying to find Donovan in the middle. He's hit off the puck with some force there, and Cyclones try and break it out. Gephardt dumps it in. Schultz trying to dump it out and get a change. Gephardt will do the same for Utah. Schultz, long pass to no man's land.
It'll go too long, all the way down.
And once again, that's an icing against the Cyclones.
It really has seemed like in this one, just when one team is starting to get the edge, the other team is right there to keep him in place and hit him with an ego check. Hey man, we're still here. It's only a 3-2 game.
Yeah, what a fantastic contest.
Poke.
Yeah, that's a nice poke check there from Kazmierczak. Mikkel at the blue line. Langenbrunner fires a wrister. Moen gets a piece of it. Michael once again across the blue line. Sends one Moen's way. He pads it away swiftly. Turnover, Langenbrunner. Point pass to Dix, and he can't quite get his stick on it.
Just misfiring.
He'll dump it right back in. Utah still playing with that 1-goal lead, so obviously for them it's just play your game and, you know, maybe burn some clock. No need to overcommit in certain scenarios here, but it's not a tie game as much as it might feel that way, or maybe almost it could be. Yeah, it's taken away by Pearson. Pearson stick handling, spins around. Michael playing defense on him there, so is Noonan, still skating with his Pearson, sends it to the point, to Franey. There's a shot, it's blocked. Iowa State, Kovrik sending it towards the middle, and Michael trying to kick that one out with skate. Noonan eventually got it, and Utah's able to get it out.
Nice job clearing the puck.
Here's Light with some space. Light, brought down from behind, and there will be a penalty against the Cyclones.
Was hoping for the penalty shot, but then I remembered tripping is an infraction. And
that is
serving 2.
John Kovrik, Ames, Iowa product. Got quite a few Ames, Iowa natives on this team. A lot of local kids, Minnesota, I guess from surrounding states, Minnesota, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin. And then one California player and one Texas player. There's a shot, good save by Moen. Larilla has one and it's blocked. Landon Kusick.
Pass by Che into the corner.
Slater to the point, Larilla. Urtis down to Slater at the goal line. Urtis winds up a wrister, it's deflected wide. Schwab was looking to tip that one in.
Didn't miss it by much. Just over a minute and a half left to go on the Utah power play.
Larilla skating it in, but it's whacked out by the Cyclones, forcing a reset for the Utes and burning some time off of this man advantage for the Utes, in which 1 minute and 15 seconds remain. Schwab pivots, skating with it, over to Landon Kusick. Bats it over to Urtis, back to Landon Kusick. Fires a wrister, it's deflected by the stick of Riley Kress.
We're down inside our final minute of this power play and the final 5 in period number 3.
Slater peels back. Leaves it for his captain, Dylan Dix. And 40 seconds remain as Dylan Dix will quarterback the breakout on the man advantage for his Utes. Light sends it towards the middle, sticked away by Moen, rebounds loose, they score! Utah gets it right back, and it looks like it's Jackson, 4-2 Utah.
And again, it's that same bread and butter that we saw earlier in the period. Utah using the bodies out front, getting the rebound game going. And not on that first effort, not on the second effort, able to get the rebound on the third effort and put it in the net. That's a huge goal, doubling their lead. It's now a 4-2 game with under 4.5 left to play here in the third period. And you've got to think that the Cyclones' confidence starts to deplete with every goal that they give up.
And that was actually number 5, Dylan Dix. I apologize for that. Called out Jackson as the goal scorer there, but it's Dix. It all happened so quickly. And that is a power play goal once again for the Utes. Langenbrunner fires. He scores! What a shot from Langdon Langenbrunner! And it's a 5-2 lead for the Skaten Utes. Mr. Langenbrunner putting this game on ice with 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third. He tickles the twine with a laser beam. What a shot.
And just like Coach drew it up, sticking with the hot hand while it's hot, putting it in the back of the net and keeping the momentum going. We've already got all that charisma, all that momentum, all that fire oozing after scoring that goal less than a minute ago. Why not score another one?
Now might be an appropriate time to fire up those buses. Get them warm for the drive back to the hotel as Utah laying it on late here in the third period against the Cyclones. Sonegal, nice little shovel pass there. Understood he had a man on him and just left it.
That's what teammates are for.
And you can hear the student section saying, warm up the bus. Someone's listening to the broadcast. As that puck has popped up into the air. Now it's Schwab skating it in. And Utah, really playing a really disciplined game, staying out of the box for the most part. There's a big hit. And staying disciplined all throughout. I mean, really, there was only the time when the game was 0-0, and then the short fraction of time where Iowa State had the game tied up. Other than that, Utah's been playing with a lead in this game, and they've been playing disciplined and been playing their game.
Probably near 60 minutes, yeah.
Yep.
And, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
They've done exactly what they needed to do, and it's worked perfectly. They have a 3-goal lead with 3 minutes left here in the third. And, again, they're going to continue to stick with what works. Why would you do anything different? It's an exciting effort for Utah at home in front of a packed crowd tonight.
Yeah, and tomorrow, the Pride of Utah, the University of Utah marching band will be here, and that is going to be, I am looking forward to that because I've been waiting to see when that was going to happen since I've been here. And you go to the NCAA hockey games, and they've got the hockey pep band there, and it is going to be fantastic. That's the one thing that's unmatched about college hockey is the band in the stands playing your team's fight song. I mean, obviously, you've got the music in the arena, but hearing that band, it's very loud.
It makes that atmosphere, right?
That's right, and it's special. And in a hockey rink, it's a great. Obviously the football games, basketball games, you've got the band, but hockey.
It's going to echo in here.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you go to games. I've been to games at Yost Ice Arena at the University of Michigan, and that is a special environment. And the closer you can get to that, the better. Bringing that home ice advantage. So tomorrow, if you're watching here and you're in the area, make sure to come on out for that game. It's going to be a great environment as Utah looks to close their season on home ice with a win and march into the national tournament.
Halfway towards doing so tonight. Great effort through the first 58 minutes of the game, about 58 minutes of the game, and another delayed penalty here.
Yep, we've got a fight going here as the fans are loving it, but there will be a penalty against Iowa State, but I'm assuming there will be plenty more after all of the post-whistle activities. And we're getting some really illustrative cheers here in the building as we see initially, we've got number 18 for Iowa State in the box. That's Michael Mulcairn. We've got Michael Erdis for Utah in the box. And this thing is far from being sorted. Landa Kusick will go as well for Utah.
Right, as I was going to praise the teams for their discipline tonight, especially Utah.
They let it all out.
That has seemingly been the difference maker to this point, had been Utah not taking those penalties that the Cyclones were taking. And obviously, that all just unraveled in the final 30 seconds that we witnessed.
And we've got number 15 as well, Jacob Schultz in the box for Iowa State. Now a referee sorting this thing out. And now we'll get the captains, or I guess Dylan Dix, and then number 5, the assistant captain there, Stuart Pearson getting the explanation from the official. And all of this going down with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game, so it, you know.
I mean, I get it. This is when you're at your hardest. You're at your most emotional. You know, you've played 58 minutes of hockey as is, and for one side, you've been nursing at least a 1-goal lead for the majority of the game. For the other, you've been trying to play catch up, and yeah, it'll add up. It'll put on the attrition factor on you. You know, by the end of it.
That's right.
You are shaved down.
Yeah, and for Utah, they were going to get a power play. I'm not sure that will be the case anymore after all of the post-whistle activities, but don't think that penalty will change the outcome of this contest. Any of those penalties, that is. Yeah, those Cyclones hearing it in the box right now from the student section.
Carefully orchestrated.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing. It's very fun as a player to come out visiting ice and silence the fans and, you know, give the celebrations to the fans and let them see it. But when you're down on visiting ice and you're hearing it, it's not fun.
No, it is not. Nobody likes being heckled.
That's right. So after it's all set and done, we'll face off in the neutral zone. And Utah now out shooting Iowa State 39-24. Iowa State wins that face-off, and it looks like after it's all said and done, we are skating 5-on-5. Plenty of roughing penalties. Iowa State tries to skate it in to get a chance. It's taken away by Utah. It's playing for the pride of the logo on your chest at this point for Iowa State. But you've got a game tomorrow you can build momentum for.
And that's a crucial game for the Cyclones,
that's
especially
right.
after the result that this one is shaping up to be.
It's actually, we saw for Utah last weekend, playing a good team like Utah could, you know, eventually, there are some times where you lose against a good team and you go up. Iowa State can only hope. There's a bad turnover. They skate in, they shoot. Oh, they hit the crossbar. Goodness. What a shot from the stick of Kazmierczak.
Story of the Cyclones' night right there. Off the inside of that post. That was, I don't know how that puck did not end up in the back of the net.
Yeah, Utah gets lucky there as that was just right off the crossbar. Kovrik skates it in, makes a move, still dancing with it, and no shot comes of that. As we enter the final 60 seconds of play in Salt Lake City. 3-on-2 for the Utes. They skated in. There's a shot, and Mullen will cover that one up. With that being said, you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's contest between these two teams. We'll have you right back here on the University of Utah Hockey YouTube channel, live at 7:30 between Iowa State and Utah, and that will be our final
M1
telecast.
Home game.
Yeah. That's right, final telecast of the season. For us, I guess we do have the WWCHL championships we will also be having on our channel, but for the M1 team, that's it. The 23-24 season, there was a shot deflected wide. It's a little bittersweet. Goes by too fast sometimes. But good things to come from this team as they will hopefully be packing their bags for St. Louis after this weekend. Langenbrunner centering a pass to Bisson, just off the mark. Cyclone still skating. Bisson at the point. Sends it over to Langenbrunner. And that's it. Utah skating their way to a 5-2 victory over number 23 Iowa State. And what a way to start your closing homestand. And this place is loving every second of it.
And what a way for Utah to show out in front of the Greek faithful here tonight. And that's just, Coach couldn't have drawn it up any better. That's the exact kind of effort you want to have to try and close out a very already promising season. They've accomplished so much, and 5-2 finish, and the edge really ended up being that discipline card. Utah really limiting their penalties and playing smart hockey throughout most of the game, and it ended up being the difference.
That's right. I mean, what a performance by these Utes. They're hitting their stride. They're playing their best hockey right now. And always great to grab a win on home ice in front of your home fans, especially when the joint is packed as it is tonight.
And especially when the situation starts to heat up and matter more as the season's coming down to a close again. It's always dangerous to get one of these teams hot before going into the playoffs. You never know what can happen. The hockey gods, as we saw earlier tonight, that's weird ways of working.
That's right. And it'll be senior night tomorrow night for a fantastic group of seniors. But that's all the time we have left on this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you so much for tuning in. For everybody behind the scenes, for Ellis Beacom, for myself, Patrick McGann, we're signing off from Salt Lake City, where the Utes are victorious over Iowa State by a score of 5-2. We'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 as we'll see Iowa State and Utah play once more. But for now, have yourselves a great rest of your night. It's Utah 5, Iowa State 2. Have a good night, folks.